There is a moment that happens so quietly, most people miss it entirely. You are standing in a grocery store, or sitting at your desk, or walking through a parking lot, and something catches in your chest. Not pain exactly, not sadness, like whack. Something unnamed, a tightening behind the sternum, a prickling behind the eyes. And before it can settle into anything real, you swallow it, you push it down. You open your phone, you check the time, you tell yourself, not now.
You were not told to do this. Nobody set you down at age 7 and explained that certain feelings are inconvenient, that the tightness in your throat before a presentation should be ignored, that the ache of loneliness on a Sunday evening is something to schedule around. You learned it the way children learn everything, by watching, by noticing which emotions got you warmth and which got you silence. By discovering, without anyone ever saying the words, that some parts of you are welcome and others are not. Let us pause here. Before we go any further, let us just be here. Feel the surface beneath you, the chair, the bed, the floor. Notice where your body makes contact with it, the places where weight settles, your hips pressing down, your heels against the ground. There is a steadiness there, something that does not care what you are feeling. It holds you regardless. Now notice your breath, not the effort of it, but the rhythm. The way it moves through you like a tide that needs no instruction. Your chest lifts, your ribs expand, and then it falls away. Again and again. You have been doing this your entire life, through every feeling you have ever had, the joy and the grief and the strange unnamed middle of it all. Your body never stopped, not once. Let your shoulders soften, let the muscles around your jaw release. You do not have to hold yourself together for the next few minutes.
You can just be exactly what you are. Right now, feeling whatever you are feeling. And that is enough.
We live in a world that has opinions about our feelings. Not just opinions, rules. You are allowed to be happy, but not too happy, because that makes people uncomfortable. You are allowed to be sad, but only for a reasonable amount of time, and only if you have a good reason. You are allowed to be angry, but only if it is righteous anger, directed at the right people, expressed in the right way, at the right volume. And you are absolutely not allowed to be afraid, because fear is weakness, and weakness is something you should handle quietly and alone. So you learn to edit yourself. You take the full spectrum of what you feel and you compress it into what is acceptable. You keep the sadness but remove the edges. You keep the anger but soften the voice. You keep the fear but hide it so deep that even you forget it is there. Until it shows up at 3 a.m. with a racing heart and a mind that will not stop running scenarios that have not happened yet and may never happen at all. Here is what nobody tells you. The feelings you push away do not disappear. They sit in your body like stones at the bottom of a river, invisible from the surface but heavy, shifting the current.
The grief you swallowed last year becomes the irritability you cannot explain today. The anger you swallowed at your boss becomes the shortness you feel with your partner tonight. The fear you buried becomes the tightness in your chest that shows up without warning, that makes you wonder if something is wrong with your heart, when what is actually wrong is that you have been holding too much for too long, and your body is finally asking you to put it down.
feeling everything is not about falling apart. It is about letting the feelings move through you instead of getting stuck. A wave does not ask your permission before it rises. It does not check whether you are ready. It comes because the ocean is in motion, and you are standing in it. And that is the arrangement. All you can do is let it pass through you and trust that you will still be standing when it does. This is what it means to feel everything.
Not to be overwhelmed by every emotion that arrives. Not to fall to the floor every time sadness knocks. It means you stop treating your feelings like intruders and start treating them like weather. They come, they pass, they change the landscape for a while, but they do not own it. The sky is not destroyed by a storm. It is temporarily dark, and then it is not. When you give yourself permission to feel, you are not making a declaration to the universe.
You are making a quiet agreement with yourself. You are saying, whatever shows up today, I will not reject it. I will not pretend it is not there. I will not swallow it and wonder why my chest hurts tomorrow. I will let it be here and I will let it go when it is ready. And the surprising thing, the thing that catches people off guard, is that when you stop fighting your feelings, they stop fighting you. The sadness does not stay as long. The anger does not burn as hot.
The fear does not grip as tight, because most of the suffering was never about the feeling itself. It was about the war you waged against it, the resistance, the suppression, the endless, exhausting effort of pretending you are fine when you vowed.
Let us take 3 breaths together. Not to calm down, not to fix anything, just to let your body know that feeling is safe here. Breathe in through your nose, slow and deliberate, like you are drawing in permission. Let the air fill your belly first, then your ribs, then the top of your chest. Hold it at the peak for a moment, and as you exhale through your mouth, imagine you are releasing one feeling you have been holding. Just one. You do not have to name it.
Transitions on the bone. Think you will. One more. In through the nose, deep and unhurried. Feel the cool air travel past your lips, through your throat, filling the space behind your sternum. Hold, and to release, soften the muscles around your eyes. The ones that clench when you are trying not to cry, the ones that tighten when you are bracing against something. Let them uncurl. You're safe to feel. Last one. In for 4, hold it 4, out for 6.
Let the exhale carry tension from your chest, from your stomach, from the tight place behind your ribs where you keep the things you are not ready to talk about. You are here, you are breathing, and you are allowed to feel everything that comes with being alive. Let these words land wherever they need to. You do not have to repeat them. Just let them settle. I am allowed to feel whatever I feel, without judgment or apology. My emotions are not problems to be solved. They are signals to be heard. I release the belief that some of my feelings are wrong or too much. I trust that I can hold space for my own pain without breaking. I give myself permission to feel everything and still be okay.
I do not have to understand my feelings in order to respect them. The tears I hold back are not weakness. They are evidence that I have been carrying more than I show. My anger has something to teach me, and I am willing to listen. I am not fragile. I am human.
and being human means feeling deeply. I choose to meet my emotions with curiosity instead of resistance.
As this episode comes to a close, I want you to carry something with you. The next time a feeling rises and your first instinct is to push it away, pause. Just for a moment, notice what it is, name it if you can, and then ask yourself one simple question. What would happen if I just let this be here? You do not have to act on it. You do not have to explain it to anyone. You do not have to make it mean something about who you are. You just have to let it exist.
Because you exist, and everything you feel is part of the same breathtaking, terrifying, beautiful project of being alive. Every tear, every flash of rage, every quiet ache, every burst of joy that catches you off guard on an ordinary Tuesday, all of it belongs, all of it counts, and all of it is yours. If you are looking for another podcast that honors the full spectrum of human experience, check out Last Embers.
As the sun dips below the tree line and the shadows begin to stretch, the real stories come alive. Tales that linger like embers long after the fire has burned down. It is storytelling that stays with you, the kind that makes you feel something real. Thank you for being here tonight, for showing up with whatever you brought with you, for being brave enough to feel it. Sleep well, and remember, you are allowed to feel everything. Good night.